got to run. If you have any more interest, we'll run some more after that one gets filled. We have registration is open for the sit and go blind draw. $20. Bring your phone. Have your QR code ready, and Aaron will get you registered.
It's a lot better than it was yesterday.
champions, Matthew Hill and Coyote Rogers. Congratulations.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Frank Gears, the Cornhole Dude, and I'm here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We got this is a Saturday, and we've got the doubles going on here. And I want to introduce you to two folks here from DFB, Bag Company here in the Kansas City market. I've got, to my left, I've got Brian Macbeth, and to my right, I've got Patrick Macbeth. They've got, Brian, I understand you have your own podcast, maybe, right?
Yeah, actually I do. It's basically a bar banter style podcast with one of my former coworkers. We worked at a brewery for a few years and decided we were going to just start doing our own podcast as well.
I love it. I love it. And Patrick, are you on that podcast? Are you part of that show, or what's your story?
No, I do a lot of the commentary for a lot of the local groups in Kansas City, Clear Creek Cornhole, State Fair Cornhole, and just kind of any. I run a local tournament on Thursdays, and I do commentary for that whenever I'm not playing as well.
I love it. I love it. Have you guys, before we start talking about the matchups and stuff like that going on, have you guys played any of the Monster stuff yet? Have you gotten involved with that?
We have. It's
Yeah.
I actually love that format.
The Monster?
The Monster format. It's a great way to get local people involved in ACO. And in the Monster stuff, it's kind of bridged a gap for us. It's actually bridged a gap for us in the Kansas City area in getting more people involved, not only in the Monster side of things, but in the ACO side of things as well.
And that's what the whole thing is. Yesterday, we actually got, I think it was 321 Cornhole from Florida area down, I believe, in maybe the Tampa or Clearwater area that jumped on board. Yesterday, good cat from there. But let's get talking about what we got right now. Let's introduce the players we got. I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to let you guys kind of take control here. But we are in the World Doubles Division here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is season 21. I'm looking forward to seeing how Brian and Patrick do rolling the roost over here this afternoon. So welcome to the team, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we have Levi Haddock and Chase Lester out of Texas, and Danny Thornton and Art Brown. Score is currently 6-2.
Yeah, it looks like Levi and Chase are up 6-2, which is a really good start. It looks like both teams are throwing actually pretty good. Well, Chase and Levi are been just throwing 10s so far. Looks like they may have just gotten a 4-bagger on that roll, though. And in fact, they did. Actually, it was a 4-bag wash.
Levi starts off with a nice block right in the middle of the hole. Art goes block behind. My guess is Levi's probably going to go roll bag here. Levi has a really nasty cut and a really nasty roll. Art also has a nasty roll bag as well. So this end could be really fun. Lots of roll bags, lots of cuts around that bag.
Yeah, they both throw that first bag block, and now they're just working around each
Levi's
other.
in. Levi gets his last bag in for a 10. Art,
just misses over the backside, but keeps it on the board.
That corner looked like it almost spit it out of the hole there.
All right, Chase with first bag.
First bag in the hole. Chase's second bag block. They both have their first bags in the hole. Danny cuts around that bag like there's nothing there. Chase tries to clean it up, gets his bag just to sit right on the lip of the hole there. Danny, no problem going through it. Chase finishes it off with a 4-bagger. 4-bag wash. Social.
So with PPR update, Chase is currently throwing an 11-3-3, and Danny's at a 12. And then on the other side, for Levi and Art, Levi's currently at a 10. Art's throwing a 7-3-3. So
Art's got 2 bags out of play right now. Levi just cleans that up.
I'm sure Art's going to be trying to at least make sure he gets these last 2 in. Unfortunately, just misses to the left of the hole. is able. Levi ends up taking his last bag and pulling Art's third bag in, and Art finishes it, getting that 8. But 4 more points to Levi there. Score updated 12-2, Levi and Chase.
Shout out to our sponsors this weekend, DFB Cornhole, BD Boards Cornhole, and Renewal by Anderson. Those are our sponsors for the weekend. Thank you guys for being here and supporting.
We also have to make sure we shout out to Tulsa Sports, I believe it was the Sports Commission, which is, fantastic venue. It's a fantastic site. It put plenty of parking. So hopefully, start getting this to be a bigger crowd. Was that a 12-on-10 for that round, it looks like?
12-on-10 for that one.
Levi getting off to a quick start with a nice little block. Art's going to have to try to go around it. And he gets a nice little bag there.
Love that side-by-side. Levi tried to go behind that.
They both wearing Big D hats, too, just different brandings.
I believe so.
It's an interesting third bag there by Art. Trying to make
force
Levi get that a bigger roll or go
What
over the
a
top, and he
bag.
does. Let's see if Art can clean this up, though. Goes slow side, flips over, and unfortunately skips up over the hole for 12-on-8. That is giving Levi a 10-4 PPR to Art's 7-6. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like
Gonna take a
Danny's quick little timeout.
Gonna take a timeout here, get reset.
So right now on that PPR update, Chase and Danny are both throwing an 11-5, and they are through 4 rounds on their side. So yeah, we're on the fairgrounds here at Tulsa. It's a very large venue, plenty of space. That's what sometimes you get to some of these venues and it gets a little tight. Plenty of space here for people to be able to just walk around and hang out and just enjoy the games. Chase finishing off with another 4-bagger. Levi is also able to get that 4-bag. Currently 16-2 through 11 rounds. Levi putting that first one up. Trying to almost goes a little short, but he finishes it up with his second one, leaving that one still hanging. Art puts his first one in, puts the second one just in front of the hole. It's going to force Levi to try to go up and over, or you think you said he has a pretty good roll?
He's gonna roll it.
And he does, but it rolls on top.
It's not a bad bag, actually.
No, it's not. It's going to be difficult for Art to see this. Well, let's see what he does with this third bag. Looks like he went fast side down, pushes, knocks them all in, but has a block in front of Levi with his fast side down.
Levi tried to cut around that bag without taking it in. Art pushes his bag in, wash on 10s.
I'm sure Art he'll take that based off of how he had started. It looks like he's getting a little bit more into that groove now. Maybe they can start getting some of these points back.
Chase should be able to collect that bag on the side over there. That was a great bag.
Oh,
What a bag by Chase.
Chase just bounces it and rolls it right up and over. Oh, so there's Danny there. Oh, that was a nice little cut into the hole there.
It's a tough shot.
It's going to be a tough shot. I mean, as you always like to say, backside's open.
Backside is not open. Not in this case. I like that. I like the block there.
Play.
It's going to force Danny to either cut around and try to collect that bag or go up for it. Looks like he's actually going fast side. So
just try to push through.
Nope. He tried to go fast side airmail. That way he didn't bounce off of his bag that was hanging halfway in the hole.
I think that's probably what Chase was hoping. Like, even if he hits it, like, okay, he at least minimizes the points allowed, and maybe if he's fortunate, lucky, like in that case where he bounces it off the top, and still gets the points. So that was an 8-on-5 round.
Levi missed his block, and then Art set his bag on the back of the hole there. It's a great bag by Levi. It's going to force Art to either
Especially
try to cut around it or
having two that are up and
that's
over.
a great bag by Art. Levi can finish this off.
As he
Art.
does.
So Art is going to have to get one of the bags that are hanging. He's going to have to go up.
And he
what
does.
A bag.
He gets both of them.
What a bag by Art Brown there.
12 on 10 for Art. Art, like I said, the last round, looks like he's starting to get back into that groove, try to get some of those points back. Chase and Danny put their first bags in the hole. And Danny's got one just kind of hanging now. Chase pushes it in, but has his right in front of the hole blocking. Danny just goes right through it. These guys are definitely speeding it up. Oh, that's an unfortunate. Danny puts it in,
And
he shoots it, but it just bounces right up over to the backside of the hole, and Chase finishes it with another 4-bagger.
And that'll do it for that game. Chase Lester and Levi Haddock move on.
No, you're good. All right, looks like we're going to take a little bit of a timeout here. We're waiting on another match to get done, and then we're going to get back on action here on the court.
I think personally one of the things that I have loved about being here is seeing all the kids getting along and running around and playing together at these ACO events. It's a lot of fun to see, and it's a lot of fun to see that happening.
And I know even in part of their advertisement that they discuss, how family friendly it is and just the kids running around. So in just a little update, we're waiting on the results of Court 8. You got Alex McDonald and Hunter versus Jacob Foreman and Gary Bearpaw. It's currently 20-13 through 15 rounds. Looks like Alex and Hunter have the first bag, but Jacob and Gary are currently winning 20-13. Looks like I don't know, Gavin, if we ever got to you, but it says Scotty Ball 50% of the time, all the time, baby. It looks like we got Michael Lopez is saying, always nice. Glad to have all of you on. Currently, it looks like we've got 39 viewers on. That's always great. I remember hearing Frank, the Cornhole dude, talk about this recently on a previous broadcast. We got the Okai, I believe it was, River Distilling, the official whiskey of Cornhole. We do have, they also wanted us to discuss the, stand by. Oh, okay. So, a little rusty on my streaming here, but it sounds like actually we got way more viewers, which is always fantastic to see you guys all in. Make sure you are, talking in the comments if you have any questions or anything. I know they wanted us to talk about the upcoming major as well, which I believe was Bedford?
Bentonville, Arkansas.
Bentonville, thank you.
Our next stop on the tour, Bentonville, Arkansas. Always a great time, great venue, super, super fun major. I've personally got to play in it I think 3 years in a row I've played in the Bentonville Major now, and it is always just an absolute blast down there.
And this is actually my first serious year.
All right, we have our next matchup. We are going to get Sebastian Barger, the reigning king of Cornhole, and Tyler Goodwin against Jacob Foreman and Gary Bearpaw.
Just looking at the current player bag stats, it looks like Gary Bearfall is at an 11.08. We see Sebastian's at a 10.74. And then, let's see, Tyler. I'm trying to find Tyler on here real quick.
Maybe.
Not sure why I'm not seeing Tyler on there.
Oh, it's probably under.
Jacob's currently at a 9.54, so I mean, all these guys are throwing into that, you know, upper nines or over a 10. Jerry saying, "Let's go, Bear Paw and Foreman." So we know who Jerry's rooting for. Looks like these guys are just getting out a quick little down and back. So Tyler is currently throwing a 10.12, 10.12. So again, you always love seeing, you know, some of these higher level players just constantly staying at that higher level.
I believe this is going to be our first live round. So Sebastian's first bag in the hole. Cuts around that bag. Super nice.
Looks like Sebastian's actually throwing a little bit of a different bag today than what I think I've been seeing him throw.
It's just a different color.
Different color? Okay.
Yep.
I think he's throwing basement bags.
He is. They're throwing basement bag rippers.
You can't tell what Gary.
They are throwing CBC. I believe they are Phoenixes. I believe that's Gary's bag of choice.
Sebastian tries to get a nice little roll. Unfortunately, just kind of hangs on the back side of the hole, but currently showing an 8. We'll see what Jacob does here. Takes a wide step out, trying to see if he can push. Unfortunately, takes it off just off the side there for an 8 on 3 to start that game.
Sebastian and Tyler are going to start off with a 5 spot.
Sometimes I think it's always good to get off to a quick, quick start like that. But then sometimes you feel like you have to kind of keep that going, and it can definitely mess with you after a few rounds.
Yeah, thanks, Jody.
Yeah,
I knew that it was. I had a feeling that that's probably what it was under.
Yeah, Jody, I'm a little bit newer to it, so I don't know all the code names for some of the other guys. But
nice.
I myself actually have it as a different name, and I know you do as well, there, Pat.
It was a nice little push by Gary Bearpaw. Puts that bag in a nice position.
Gary's throw, just like it seems such a smooth, just like delivery.
It's smooth, it's easy, and it's the same every single time.
But if it works for you,
it does.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't, you're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Completely agree with that.
Tyler with his last bag here, puts it up the fast side, tries. Oh, he gets a nice little push, but doesn't quite get it. That third bag to fall in.
I'm just gonna go get you guys that beer. What flavor? I don't know.
You buy it.
Make Ultra. Yeah. Alrighty.
So we had a 9-on-7 round. Gary getting 2 points back.
Jacob's first bag in the hole. I know Jacob typically throws a little bit of a slower bag than this, so it's but doesn't seem like it's a.
Do we think that's maybe why he's throwing a little bit higher?
Probably. Doesn't seem like it's hurting him too much for sure. Sebastian with a nice block there. It's gonna force a.
He didn't seem like he was too happy with it, but
probably not. I think he was trying to cut around it, but
yeah.
that puts Jacob in an interesting spot for sure.
He's definitely gonna have to try and get a push. He does push it a little bit, but nothing really. Everything kind of pushes back.
Tyler's calling for him to roll kind of off the corner of his bag. It was almost exactly what he wanted to do, just barely missed the corner of his bag.
Yeah, and he knows it, and he apologizes to his partner. He's like, my bad. Let's see if Jacob could possibly capitalize here. He kind of tries to go up, and unfortunately just banks it off the backside a little bit.
Tyler's going for a roll again. Got it that time. What a bag.
That was just kind of kept on rolling.
Just climb the mountain.
Once you get that momentum, you got to the top, and it just kind of keeps it rolling on down.
Such a fun shot to watch whenever people can hit those rolls over just mountains of bags.
All right, Tyler with first bag.
Yeah, my bad, James.
James saying announcer jinx on Gary.
Gary with a nice block there. Tyler's going to back block.
I feel like that's a smart play. He pushes it just a little bit, but forcing Gary to do something else and sets himself up for, potentially this shot right here to do exactly what he just did, taking that third bag, sliding it right in and taking that second one. Looks like these guys are just going to not even try and worry about collecting anything, just, let's just try to see if we can wash on tens, which they do.
Thank you.
All right. So we're just getting a little update by the cornhole dude there. And so back to action here. So currently the game is sitting at 6-2. We're through 5 rounds. All right. 12 on 10. Sebastian getting the important four-bagger there and getting an extra 2 points. Tyler, unfortunately, putting his first bag just to the left of the hole there. But Gary is going to try and see if he can capitalize here. Tyler's going to try and see if he can finish off with a 10 here. And Gary gives him a little hand there with his third bag, taking Tyler's third bag in. Tyler is going to finish with a 10. See what Gary finishes off with. He does get the four-bagger, getting 2 more points back. So we'll be on 8-4 through 7 rounds. These guys both getting started off pretty quickly. Jacob, seems like he's feeling a little bit more comfortable putting that first one in. Sebastian just falls a little short, but I think he can probably get this, taking a nice little step out. He's up. Looks like he threw fast side on that one.
He did. Went fast side trying to collect that bag. Collects Jacobs instead.
But his other bag did move just a little bit. Oh, and Jacob knocks Sebastian's a little bit more, and it's hanging pretty hard.
Deep roll. What a collect with that roll bag.
Jacob's going to try and push. He does, getting that 4-bagger. So let's see if Sebastian can follow suit here.
Social. Gary's first bag in the hole. So interesting to me to see all the different styles of throw. You have Tyler, who his throw has a lot of rotation, really flat through the air, and then you have Gary, whose bag has less rotation, but man, it's just so nice, so smooth.
I think I literally just tried to count it. It was maybe 3 rotations, but then Tyler's like, I don't think you could count that.
I didn't know.
I mean, that's one of the nice things about cornhole is, you know, there's so many different types of bags. There's so many different types of players, but everybody has that opportunity to really develop and get, you know, up there in their steps.
Oh.
So we're being updated, and it says Bear Paw has kind of that professional cornhole thing. Where
Horseshoe.
It's like, horseshoe, yeah, thank you. Where it's a turn and 3/4.
Jacob's got 2 bags that are out of play over there, 3 bags out of play.
Probably a smart bag by Sebastian. He didn't seem too happy with it, but I think it actually works out in his favor.
I don't think he's super upset about that at all.
He just kind of meh.
In for a 10 spot if he can collect this bag and the one in his hand.
Oh,
and
not
they
quite.
both hang up. That's crazy.
Still getting 6 though, which will put him up to let's see, 14 on 4.
May have been curse of the commentator again.
That's on you then. Tyler with first bag though.
Nice block right in front of the hole.
Gary's gonna have to get some work done here. Oh,
Kicks
that's gonna
off
be
of Tyler's
unfortunate.
bag.
Looks like Tyler's starting to hit that kind of that cruise control and just doing what he does. Looks like Gary's trying to see if he can throw it just right to see if he can get that bag to move.
What he's trying to do is he's trying to pull that corner in so he can go up and try to get it.
Just like he just tried, but unfortunately missed. So 12 on 7 for that round. We are now 19 to 4 through 11 rounds.
Sebastian misses his first bag. Jacob gets his first bag in. Sebastian goes right back to that block. Nice little hop, skip, and a jump over that bag.
So just pulling up the YouTube feed as well, so we can see some of the comments on YouTube as well.
I have it. 19 to 6. What do we got PPR wise for these guys?
Try and pull this up real quick because I was just kind of curious about that myself.
Gary's first bag in the hole. Tyler follows him.
Currently, Sebastian at a 9.33 and Jacob is at a 7.33. And we got Tyler at a 10.2 with Gary Bearpaw at a 10.
Oh, man. Gary's bag flies off the back of the board there. Oh.
I think what were we looking at?
Tyler is in for the win.
4-bagger to finish it off. And I think this was the king seat match, as I believe, as well, if I was looking at that right.
Next
one is.
Our
Yep.
next game is the king seat match.
Hey.
So, next game, king seat match. So we know we will have Tyler Goodwin and Sebastian Barger
Yep.
in the
And
king seat match,
Gonna be right up.
taking on Levi Haddock and Chase Lester. All four of these guys prefer a pretty sticky bag, so it'll be interesting to see if this game gets dirty or if they start running bags. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be pretty dirty, lots of cuts, lots of airmails. That's just my take on it. Doing another down and back here. Any predictions on this game?
Well, I mean, I think Tyler and Sebastian are the big favorites, but I think Chase, having had a little bit of experience, dealing with Chase as well. I know could be a very solid player as well. So it should be definitely an interesting matchup, in my opinion. And
I've had the opportunity to play against all four of these people, and this game I've had the opportunity to play against all four of these players, and they are super, super high level, high talent. This game could go either way, in my opinion. I definitely think that Sebastian and Tyler are probably the favorites in it, but man, I'm not counting Levi and Chase out by any means. Levi has whenever he gets into the groove, man, he's got a whole nother gear that is just insane.
Well, I guess this is going to be the start of the match. Sebastian putting his first one in. Putting the second one just kind of off to the left of the hole, kind of pushing Levi's up a little bit. But Levi throws his second one also just to the left in front of Sebastian's. So Sebastian's going to start getting those rolls going again to hit that right side of the hole. But Levi does the same thing.
Mason Trader says Levi Haddock and Chase. Anybody else in the feeds? Predictions? In the live chats?
It looks like Justin saying Barger Goodwin, 21-11.
Tyler's trying to decide if he wants to go get that bag or not. Pulls it in just a hair.
And sometimes you don't want to overdo it. He's got a few more bags. So probably potentially a smart play there by Chase. I think he was trying to hit it, but puts it in front of Tyler's. So Tyler's going to try and go around a little bit, just off to the left. But Chase knocks his in with his third bag.
See Tyler's just gonna try to go in, sets a block.
See what Chase does here to finish it off. Oh, he tries to hit the roll and unfortunately just lays on top. 8-8.
Good one, Barger.
Seems like a lot of the comments that we're getting is, again, favoring Barger and Goodwin.
Yeah, AP, definitely hard to bet against Amish and Sebastian. That's a hard one to bet against for sure.
There's definitely a couple people that are definitely rooting for Levi and Chase though too, because I see Mason and Oliver definitely said Levi and Chase as well. And AP says Levi is a dog, but I don't know how partner. So no, I've personally seen Chase play, and he's a solid player too. You can't take him out. I think he might be a little bit more of an unknown as far as the ACO goes, but no, he's definitely a solid player.
Yeah, Chase spent some time up in Kansas City with us about a year ago, probably.
A little over a year ago, I believe now. Yeah.
And he came up to Kansas City, and man, it was impressive for sure. He won a lot of tournaments up there while he was up there.
And I think that's the nice thing about somebody like Chase, and he probably gets a better all-around experience because he does a bit of traveling for various reasons, and so he's able to play in so many different spots that it's not always necessarily those big tournaments like a major. It's some of these other local tournaments where you get to see some of those unique players that may not have the opportunity to go do the traveling, like we've been doing. And so he gets a better all-around experience and playing at different levels.
Sebastian and Tyler up 6-0 right now. Nice bag by Levi. Sebastian's going to take a little step out, try to pull that bag in. It's a great bag.
That is a really good bag. He's setting himself up for these last two.
Levi tries to block.
He's not happy with that, though.
He's asking Tyler whether to go fast or slow side.
I was just looking at Chase, and it looked like he just gave Tyler a little wink, like, "Hey, you're good, man."
Tyler says to try to roll this one and shoot his last one.
Not bad. A little bit more of a bump.
Levi's going to cut around that bat, all of those bags.
Great bag. That was a great bag by Tyler.
That's Levi.
Sorry, Levi. Thank you.
Levi with the nice cut. Sebastian tries to go fast side of those bags, gets 3 of them to drop, one just bounces off.
I think that was the one he shot. That is the one that went off.
It is. So Levi and Chase are going to pick up a point there, and we'll have first bag.
I just noticed Tyler's grip there. He does have like that little hook with his index finger, kind of like right in the front.
I've noticed a few people that do that. It seems that they get a lot of rotation on their bag doing that. I've personally tried to figure it out. Not the throw for me.
Well, looking at it a little bit closer, it's not really the front. It's actually, it's almost like he's got it hooked on the top.
So the corner.
The corner's like in between the index and middle finger.
Yep, so they call that I refer to it as the claw grip. I know a few people that throw that way, and their bag seems to have a lot of rotation on it. So it works for some people. I've tried it just to see what it does rotation-wise. Normally it comes out of my hand and not great.
Fast side down and finish that off. Kicks to the left. Look, we have a 12-on-8. Chase getting another 4 points back. 6-5 now. So Levi and Chase back in this. Levi taking that first bag. putting it right in the hole to start off with.
Sebastian's going to step out and try to roll over that.
A lot more conversation starting to happen between both of these teams, you know, strategizing.
Chase just told Levi to trust himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what he does. So I think the Sebastian went for the bar of soap there. I'm not sure.
It is all bunched up. He's got 3 showing right now.
That's a hard thing to figure out there. I don't know.
Even Sebastian just like, what do I do here?
Chase told him to roll on top of it, so that way hopefully at least the one in his hand goes with everything.
I think he's trying to contemplate if he can. There we go.
So it looks like 2 of them dropped. The one's still there.
Yep. Like I just happen to be at this right angle where I can see what's sitting on the floor. Underneath the hole.
Tyler's telling him to roll around everything. Try to avoid any of Levi's bags falling. And oh no, he's gonna go. He's gonna go fast side cut. I love that.
That's
bag.
what I was kind of wondering if he was going to possibly use that bag up in front as a bumper.
I love that bag. Such a great bag. 10-5. Sebastian and Tyler with the lead. Is round 8.
A little PPR update. Sebastian currently throwing a 10-2-5 against Levi's 8. And then you got Chase is winning his matchup at 10-6-7 to Tyler's 9-3-3.
It's a nice side-by-side there by Chase.
Good bag.
It's a great bag.
He even looked like he was pretty confident. He's like, yeah, I like that. It's not a bad kind of follow-up, I feel like, by Tyler. It's going to force Chase to kind of do something
roll.
here, and he does.
What a bag. Tyler fast side down again. Goes through it that time.
Oh,
another roll.
Bag
What a
Chase.
bag.
Finishing
12
that
on
off.
8. Score is now 10-9. Levi and Chase are closing that gap.
That'd be the second time they've actually closed it and come within 1, if I recall correctly. Great start by Tyler there. Nice little slow-mo action there on the feed there.
Levi sits that bag right in front of the hole. Sebastian probably just going to go through it.
As he does.
Levi's going to finish off with a 10.
Oh.
Sebastian misses his last bag. Wash on 10s.
Chase with first bag. Chase seems like he's definitely in that groove right now. Chase currently, another quick little PPR. Chase is up to an 11 to Tyler's 9. Sebastian's at a 10-2 to Levi's 8-4.
Nice block by Chase. Just going to try to make sure that Tyler doesn't somehow go after that bag, I think is what he's trying to do there.
Levi, he's like, I want you to go through it. Levi's like, I want you to get another 4-bagger. Tyler does still have one more bag left.
He's going to go sticky side, try to go through it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
said I should have just went slick if I was just going to do that. Tyler's going to take a timeout here. Try to decide whether he wants to shoot it, roll it.
Because right now Chase is showing a 7 to Tyler's 5.
He may be thinking about trying to step out and seeing if he can pull all those bags in. Be a really tough shot.
Get
but
it like a 10 on 9 then?
I think he's trying to go for the 12 on 9. I think
You
if
think
he
can pull that?
it'd be a tough shot, but man, I've seen Tyler hit some crazy stuff.
We did have somebody else on the YouTube feed say that Jason Levi, thinking 21-15. Oh,
Went up.
looks like he just decided to try and shoot it and just unfortunately misses on the top left.
Score is now 11-10. That is a lead change.
I believe that's the first time they've had the lead. See if they can keep that rolling then. Starts off with the first bag in, puts a second one just to the left of the hole. Sebastian pushes Levi's in. Looks like Sebastian's going to try and start doing the rolls. Not happy with that third bag though.
Chase calls for a roll again. See if I think Sebastian's probably going to try to go really hard push and clean all this up.
Well, like I just
Tyler
heard Tyler say something about bar of soap.
Yeah, Tyler said he's going to bar a soap himself if he hits it, if he tries to push it too hard.
I mean, he's got one. Sebastian does have one hanging pretty hard.
Sebastian's going to go up, I think. So what?
He does.
What a bag. Line drive airmail, grabs his bag, 10 on 8.
And completely leaves Levi's there.
I'm telling you, sometimes that line drive airmail, it's it's money.
So Sebastian and Tyler retake the lead again. 12-11 through 12 rounds. Tyler just probably let that one go a little early.
It's on the board, though.
It's on the board.
And, man, I know for me, that bag, for whatever reason, messes with me. And I've seen it mess with a lot of people.
I think when we were playing earlier, we made that comment, like, you threw it and it just kind of limped onto the board. And you're like, hey, at least it's on.
Tyler just cleans all that up.
Chase is going to just smoothly sail right over the top. That one's probably going to go. Let's see if Chase can finish with a 4-bagger here. He doesn't. It's 10s. Not happy with himself after that one. So washing on 10s. See if Sebastian can keep that momentum going in their favor after taking the lead back after, giving the lead up for a round.
Again, we go with that side-by-side. I'm a big fan of the side-by-side thing.
That's a great roll.
I'm a big fan of the side-by-side. It makes you really have to focus on only hitting your bag.
Looks like these guys are just going to try and blow through everything and make a run here.
Wash on 12s. Social.
Looks like Sebastian is now at a 10-1-7, where Levi is now up to a, sorry, let me update that because it just updated on the feed. It looks like Sebastian's at a 10-4-3, Levi's at an 8-8-6, while Tyler is at an 8-5, and Chase is now at a 10-1-7. AP, yeah, that was a great shot. Whose bags have been around? Cindy posed the question, whose bags have been around the longest in ACO?
I'm honestly not sure on that answer.
I would imagine, though, that
I
there's a
know.
lot of companies that were around for a long time, but maybe not as common anymore, or have
Possibly.
stopped making bags. And
Yep.
there's newer companies that have come around that have probably been around a long time.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the ACO may have had their own bags at one point, and one was a red set and one was a blue set.
I know the Cornhole dude, he plays with a set of ACO bags.
If I had to guess, that would be the company that maybe has been technically in the ACO the longest. It was probably the ACO.
Their own bags.
Their own bags.
Dylan thinks it's Lucky's, but they're gone.
Yeah, I know Lucky's has been around that Lucky's company has been around the ACO for a long time as well, for sure.
So Chase unfortunately misses with his third bag. Not very happy with himself after that. He looks like he was trying to roll, maybe collect. Oh,
Levi goes up, misses the airmail. Right now it's a wash on twos.
That's probably one of the bags that frustrates me the most, is if I try to go up and it falls just short, it hits a bag and then just shoots off.
Oh yeah, it's Sebastian hits the airmail backside.
He's just like, oh, whatever.
Levi's gonna go up, hits it as well.
They go airmail for airmail.
A wash on fives there. Round got a little dirty.
Looks like the board's moved a little bit on him. Ed says IMF was first. And Aaron thought it was pitching Lucky's. And then, oh yeah, Dylan actually thought it was OTT or IMF as well. So it seems like Lucky's or IMF seems to be the kind of the general consensus of some of the bags that have been around the longest.
One bag took a weird bounce.
Anyway, it's not a bad bag by Chase. He's still got one more in his hand. Tyler's not happy with that as he collected Chase's as well.
Yeah.
So Chase is going to be able to finish with a 12 to 10.
I think Tyler was more irritated about the bag that took that weird bounce on him.
I think probably, yeah. So we are 16-13 now. Sebastian and Tyler kind of regained that lead a little bit.
Levi misses his first bag. Great collect by Sebastian.
I think Sebastian's seeing that kind of that end and near, so I think he's just seeing if he can get maximum points here. Gets another 4 points, 20 to 13. Tyler with the first bag. Let's see what he does here to start things off. We're through 18 rounds. We're through 17 rounds. This is 18th.
Tyler tried to go side by side with that. Just missed.
Not a bad bag by Chase there. Sebastian saying no, lay up in front. He's going to try and get that front block there, get that block right in front of Chase's other bag, so it forces Chase to try and do something and potentially miss. It's a good block right there.
Right now, Tyler does have one in the hole, So it is currently 5-on-2. So Chase has got to do something to get something in the hole here.
Chase's bags are hanging a little bit. If he goes up, he might be able to grab those.
I think going up's a little risky with this bag.
You think so?
He is right-handed. I wouldn't mind him trying a fast side cut just to see if he can get those two bags to drop.
Knock those two in by bumping them over.
Yeah, I think that would be the play for me if I could hit it. I don't hate the airmail. I just think it's a little risky with bag 3 whenever you still have a bag left and Tyler's only got 1 bag left.
I know that's been very common. I've seen it with a lot of the higher end players too. Is sometimes like if they got a bag that's potentially able to collect, they leave it until that last bag if they need to.
You know what? Chase said, "Nah, I'm gonna hit the airmail."
He does. He actually knocks those other two in a little bit more. It's all pinch right now, but he's still got 1 bag in hand as well.
That was a pretty disgusting bag. That put Tyler in a pretty hard spot.
Let's see what he does here. He goes fast side, pushes. Lee knocks one of his in.
Chase is going to cut around it. What a nasty bag.
Fantastic finish.
That was a great round by Chase. That airmail was huge.
It was a good play by Tyler there, throwing that last bag. I think he threw fast side hoping that it would all follow, and he'd give up to 2, but fortunately he gives up 4. So 20-17. Sebastian currently throwing a 10. Levi currently throwing an 8-3-3.
Levi sets a block. He's going to make Sebastian work for it.
Which he does. They go side by side again. Levi goes fast side down.
That was a great bag.
That was a
little
good
reverse
bag.
cut on it.
And still, that other one's still hanging, so it can possibly go. Oh, good bag. We'll see what Levi does here to finish it. He gets it. Sebastian's up. 4-bag wash.
Again, the winner of this match will be in the king seat. So they will have to be double dipped.
Good start there by Chase. Ooh, Tyler's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, that's the second time that bag's taken that
Weird little.
that weird cut.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's just if those 2 bags he just threw softer or what, but
Well, because I know earlier in the round he did have that one that he just got, barely up there on that on the front of the board there.
so this bag has to be in by Tyler.
Ooh, that was close, but he gets it. Chase is definitely making this a game.
Chase is yelling down to Levi, trust himself. Levi misses his first bag.
Let's see if Levi can recollect himself here and hope that Sebastian misses, which he does with his first bag.
Sebastian gives it back to him. Good bag by Levi.
So I think Levi felt a little bit more comfortable after Chase missed. Ooh,
no.
That's going to be interesting. See if Levi stays calm and collected. He does. And Chase puts his last one up because he knew that was it.
That was it.
Fantastic job by Chase and Levi. 21-20. That was definitely a game. One for the books.
We are right back at it. We're going to have Kim Jackson and Carson Morris versus Russell Tables and Dustin Arant.
I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I forget to talk about that. The whole magazine.
I don't even.
You were saying talk about that.
Just waiting for these teams to show up to the courts. Again, we'll give a shout out to our sponsors here. We've got Renewal by Anderson, BD Boards Cornhole, DFB Cornhole, and we got the Cornhole dude hopping back on with us.
Should we do a wheel spin, maybe?
Wheel spin.
A wheel spin, Patrick. It's time
love
maybe we
it.
do a wheel spin. Which who are we doing first? Are we doing the ACO wheel spin for a monster ticket? Is that what we're going to do? Yeah, so this is something that we do. Again, thanks for letting me on the show, Patrick. I appreciate that a lot. We are going to go ahead and do a wheel spin here just before this game gets started. What the wheel spin is all about, we've got a couple bag partners here this weekend. BD Boards, BD Cornhole is in the house, as well as DFB Cornhole. Is that right? I always ask the question. You going by DFB Cornhole,
DFB
right?
Cornhole, yep.
Dumpster Fire.
Dumpster Fire, yep. DFB.
I love it. I love it. But nope. So again, my name is Frank Gears, the Cornhole dude. I got Patrick Macbeth on my right here, and we are doing the wheel of prize spin here. What this is every player that is in this tournament this weekend got a free entry into this spin. What we're going to spin for here real quick is a monster ticket to enter any major that this person wants. It's an $80 value, singles or half of a doubles ticket. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel, baby, and get her rocking and rolling. So the wheel is spinning, so let me see who wins this thing here. Dustin Arendt. He's actually out on the court. This is crazy.
Wild.
How about that, man?
He's not even going to know he won anything.
Shoot, maybe we should just respin that and let somebody else win besides Dustin. He wins enough in the ACO. Well, hey, I was just stepping in for the quick wheel spin. I'm going to get up now and let our boy Brian get back in here with Bro. And thank you for letting me sit by your side, Patrick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, I'm back.
Let's go.
Did I miss anything?
Not yet. You missed the wheel spin. Well, I guess you were
No,
there.
I got
you
back
were there.
for the wheel spin.
Dustin Arendt, winner of the wheel spin there.
I was letting Frank the Cornhole dude do his thing.
So it looks like the first round was wash on 12s.
It was.
Rigged.
Rigged. I mean, if you saw the board, there was a lot of names on there. Because I know we were talking about it earlier, the Monster Cornhole. I know I've been enjoying a few. I started getting into that. Played in 2 of them at that Super Major there in Owensboro. Didn't even know what I was getting into at first. After I got back, I'm like, what is this? I started looking at it, I'm like, oh, shoot. That's pretty cool. I think that the Monster Cornhole stuff is actually really interesting for some of those players that may not be, like the Tier 1 players. Like, I'm not a Tier 1 player. So I, enjoy it. It gives me an opportunity to go be competitive for something else. And they have some really cool prizes. Even if you're in the top 1,000 for ranks, you get entered into an entry for the major, or for the Worlds at the end of the season for potentially free travel. Go ahead.
That was going to be a 12-on-10 round. I think Dustin was trying to go for a bar of soap the way those bags were sitting up, but everything just follows. At least his bag follows with it. So 12-on-10. Kim and Carson are going to start off with We're going to get a 2 spot there.
Barry, to answer your question, I do not know what the feed is being broadcast using. It looks like... I'm not sure. Like, I do have some experience with streaming, but first time doing commentary. Glad that Frank was letting us do this. Always enjoy being able to provide commentary, because I know sometimes watching those feeds, if you don't have some sort of commentary, it can be a little bit of a struggle.
Russell's last bag there just checked up. 10 on 8. Kim's going to get 2 more.
4-0 after 5 rounds. Through 4 rounds.
So you might notice the number on some of these pro jerseys. That is where they finished in pro standings last season.
Fantastic finish there by Dustin. Sorry, I misspoke there. Tarzan. All right. So fantastic finish there by Carson, getting that 4-bagger. Give him another important 2 points there. Came with the first bag.
Nice block. Russell Table's just gonna go up for it. Off the rip. Hits Kim's in, bounces off. Russell sets a block. Nice replacement there by Kim. Hits that airmail, no problem.
I just was watching never noticed Kim's throw before. Like, it seems smooth, but like if you watch her hand, she has a lot of motion with her hand to get a nice spin on it.
I've been told that I have some pretty crazy motion in my hand to get the rotation on the bag that I have as well. So I think like we've said, all the different throws and all the different grips is so interesting. How there's not one or right or wrong way to throw a bag.
Yeah, I mean, as we were saying earlier, like, with like bear paw, for example, it's like, it's not the same style of throw that everybody should be doing, but if, it works for you, then go with it. Everybody likes to hold the bag a different way. And then, kind of going with Cameron, I'm right there with you there, Cameron. Wishing I could throw 10 even through 3 rounds. Like, I'm gradually getting better, but, sometimes it does take, these guys ladies do put a lot of time and effort into what they are doing and trying to get to a higher level to be competitive on these higher level games.
Dustin went up there trying to collect all that. Ends up being a 10 on 7. Kim and Carson are going to get 3 more points there.
Let me try and pull the bracket here, see what we're sitting at.
Russell tried to go back to that block. Kim decides to go set a block of her own right in front of it. Would not surprise me to see Russell just go up right away again. He does, bangs the airmail. Kim, nice push.
Winner of this game will be going in for a 4th place match.
So this is a 5th place match. Winner goes into the 4th place game. Loser takes 5th.
We are on the lower side of the bracket at this point, because we do have the king seat figured out, being Levi and Chase.
Carson tried to set a block there. He said that was low.
We we also do have. Actually,
was a
I take that
great-
back. This is a 7th place match.
Seventh
I
place
pulled up
match.
the wrong match.
So this is a 7th place match. So we got a couple more games to go here.
Winner
Good
of this
bag by
game.
Karsten.
Winner of this game will be go on to play Jacob and Gary Bearpaw.
Dustin's bag flies off the back of the board there. Karsten finishes up for a 12. Dustin's in for a 9. That's going to be 3 more points to Kim and Karsten. 13-0 in round 10.
That was 9 rounds is done.
Or this is round 10.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're going into round 10. That's what I'm starting to realize. I'm like, oh, shoot, the number that's on there is the current round.
So we will do a PPR check after this round. We'll it is.
Kim did not seem happy with herself. I like that throw.
I think she's got 2 bags over on the side there. Oh,
That's unfortunate. Oh, she was not very happy with that bag.
last bag just dripped in. That's going to be a 7 spot for Russell. So
Way to capitalize on getting some points there, though.
13-7.
Still some work to do, though. But, sometimes getting that first bag is very important because you can kind of set the tone.
Karsten right now throwing an 11-6. Kim throwing a 9.
And that's after, having a rough last round.
Dustin throwing a 9-6 and Russell throwing a 9-8. Carson. Oh, that was interesting. That bag,
That's like, should I just go up?
I think, hit the dead spot and rolled. Kind of took a roll all the way up to the hole.
Oh, you know what? Still gets 2 points back, though.
Yeah, AP, Russell, I agree. Russell normally doesn't miss like that.
And then you ask if these boards are slow. I feel like they have been a little bit slower. I know yesterday.
I think they're pretty on par for most majors that I've thrown in speed-wise.
Yesterday morning they started off pretty slow.
They
It was a
were-
little humid in here. Things were running a little bit slow. But everything, it started to warm up a little bit. Not warm up, but I guess cool down actually. And bags got a little bit more true to speed. I've been becoming pretty consistent with my own bags that I typically throw now, and it was pretty on par for what I've been throwing.
There's a change. So Kim throws another 5, gives up 5 more.
Yeah, she wasn't very happy with that first bag, unfortunately. Right in
Score
the front.
is 15-12 in favor of Kim and Karsten.
AP, I think that is why you are seeing some of these players, throwing that fast side a little bit more, because it's weird. Sometimes from round to round, like you can hit that slow spot. And
So they're gonna take a timeout here just to, I think, reset and recalibrate. And
Kim probably needed water, because I know Kim likes to have a drink with her. I've noticed that a lot when she's
Yeah.
around the broadcast court. She likes to have the water with her, which is very important. The other game that's going on in this bracket right now is you got Larry Young and Chris Day are currently winning 6-4 over Danny and Art.
After the timeout, Carson, first bag in the hole. Carson misses his second bag as well on the other side. Oh, man. I think Carson's just in cruise control.
It does seem like that, doesn't it? Let's see what Dustin not very happy with himself. But
Carson is in for the win. Oh, checks up.
apparently he's going to put it on Kim. He wanted that, though.
Yeah.
He hits it. Little fist into the hand. Walks away, but you know what? Still a good round. I mean, you still got, what, another 4 points. Round 14.
Kim misses her first bag again.
She goes fast side on that, though, too.
She's been there on the fast side the whole time.
Has she? Okay. I guess I just didn't notice that.
So, yep. Kim, I don't know if she always throws the fast side of the bags that she throws, but I know last night I had to play her in the blind draw, and she also threw the fast side in that game. Finishes with a 10 there. Russell also finishes with a 10 there.
So Kim is going to put it back on Carson.
At least they decided to put, you know, the same jersey colors on the same sides of the board.
That would be kind of a little bit of a, mess with your mind a little bit, wouldn't it? Dustin knowing he's got to do some work here.
Carson trying to just spin that bag back into the hole.
Yeah, he went fast side on that one. Got a little piece of it.
Dustin with a nice bully. I don't think that's going to be able to get it anymore. So Carson's going to finish off with his 10.
Dustin's going to see if he can get some points back here. He does.
Somebody from the peanut gallery said, "Hey, Dustin finally threw a 12."
Dustin just starts chipping back at him. Russell's going to take first back here. Not happy with himself on that one. Kim I think she's gotten herself redialed in.
Looking like it so far.
Russell's got some work to do here. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate. He tries to hit it, and unfortunately
it's a good bag by Kim there.
That pushes to the left.
So he's got to get
this.
Something in the hole for sure. Got to get 2 in the hole, really.
That's what I said. He's pretty much got to get this. I feel like he needs to be able to hit.
Trying to decide if he wants to shoot it or if he wants to step out and try to collect all of that.
One of the things that's always interested me is just to see the footwear of a lot of these people. I know Hey Dudes were huge for a long time, but I feel like a lot of people are starting to get away from those. I almost wonder when we're going to get the first shoe for cornhole.
Tim's going to go slow side. She just got to be on the board for the win.
AP says, when I played Dustin last week, he didn't miss.
Yeah, I haven't ever had to play against Dustin, but I've got to watch lots of his games. He's another one, man. He doesn't miss a lot, so very uncharacteristic. I feel like of Dustin and Russell both, and even Kim. Kim had some off rounds in that game as well that typically you just don't see from those three, but Carson and Kim able to reel it back in and pull out the win.
And they're going to be right back up, though, too, versus Jacob and Gary.
So we got to see Jacob and Gary earlier, a couple games ago. So we will get to see how that plays out. They switched bags. So they are throwing Jacob's bags now, which are the CBC Ronin. I know that for sure. I'm not sure what Karsten and Kim are throwing.
Meanwhile, we got on the other game that's currently going on in this bracket, we got Larry Young and Chris Day versus Danny Thornton and Art Brown. It is 12-11 through 16 rounds, with Larry and Chris with the advantage at the moment.
My prediction is they switch bags simply for the fact of if they have to play these teams that are cutting and rolling, Jacob does much better with these bags as far as cutting and rolling goes. Not that he can't roll and cut the other bags, because he was definitely doing it in the last game, but definitely more comfortable trying to cut and roll these Ronins. I've pretty familiar with Jacob and Gary both. I've had to play them. Had to play Gary I don't know how many times, and he beats me every time I play him. So
You were fortunate a few majors ago, though. Didn't you get paired with him?
I did get to play with Gary in a blind draw at the Fort Smith Major. I just hopped in the backpack of Gary Bearpaw and let him carry me to as far as he could.
You guys got fourth?
We took fourth in that one. So nice run, especially after losing our very first game in that one. So it was a fun time and fun experience getting to throw with him.
One of the things it came down to, like, you end up having to play against one of the other DFB players as well.
I did. I got to play against Jared and Lonnie.
And they ended up winning that, I believe, if I recall correctly.
I believe they did. So
that was a fun tournament. I learned a lot in that tournament. I think that was my second major of the season.
I think so. I think that was so.
I guess the second traveling one I went to.
Yeah.
Because I did play in the Kansas City one.
Right.
I didn't play doubles in the Kansas City one, though.
Doing some down and backs. Gary's out here rolling bags, so that's a new thing for me to see. Typically, you don't see those. Typically, you don't see that in the senior division of seniors rolling bags. But man, Gary just decided I need to put it in my arsenal if I'm going to keep winning.
Looks like Jerry is rooting for Bearpaw and Foreman.
Carson again flips that bag over to the fast side to try to pull that bag in. Jacob with the block, trying to make sure he doesn't pull it in. Jacob ends up with 3 on that round, so 12 on 9. Kim and Gary just both fast side down, trying to just throw it in the hole. Social.
And then little update for the other game. They were just tied at 15-15, but Danny and Art have now taken the lead, 17-15 over Larry and Chris.
Is that game over there also a fifth place match? So the winner of these two games are playing each other, or?
Yes, the winner of that game that I've just announced, and then the winner of this game will play each other for fourth place.
Awesome.
And then, of course, the winner of that fourth place match will then go on to play Sebastian and Tyler.
Carson's in to get 2, finishes off 10 on 8.
And just also on that update on that other game, they are through 22 rounds.
Kim's got 1 bag out of play. Finishes off with a 10. Gary in for a 12. Jacob and Gary are going to get 2 more. Score is 5 on 2.
That's 2-12 so far for Gary.
If he misses in the next round, it's your fault.
I'll admit that. Yep. I'll eat crow on that one.
Carson stepping out again, going to try to turn that bag into the hole. Oh, unlucky. That side flips over onto the back of the hole. I think Jacob was trying to set a block there and just barely missed his block. Or actually, not barely missed it. He just missed his block. Carson has another bag.
Trying to recollect himself there.
See if Carson goes up to try to get that bag or if he's going to cut. He's going to go fast side, try to get it to drip. Does not get it. 10 on 6. It's going to be 4 more for Bear Paw and Jacob Foreman.
Got a nice little bump, just not enough to pull that bag down.
Katie Wagner, Kim Jackson fan.
I didn't want to say anything.
Bear Paw in with the 12, and Kim also in with the 12. Wash on 12s. That'll be another social on that end. Jacob tries to go back to that block. Carson, little bully bag there. Trying to get Jacob's bag out of the way.
Are you guys playing singles?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think singles getting ready to start.
Yep, I'm up on 12, actually. I just saw. All right, I'm going to have to step away for a little bit, everybody, but I'll try to get back here as soon as I can. You guys just enjoy the games. We might be muted here a little bit, but we'll try to make sure there's some sort of commentary on here for you guys, all right? And just it does look like Danny and Art did end up winning that game over Larry and Chris, 21-17.
I am not quite up yet, so I will stay on here until I get the message to go play singles. But as soon as I get done with that, we will be back as soon as we are done with singles for sure, bringing you some more live coverage. Oh, and I am up, so as soon as we are done, we will be back.
I did my 2 qualifying games.
Just in time for the championship game.
And that's why I was kind of home. Like, I was kind of keeping home because somebody's like, "Oh man, they're playing." I'm like, if I recall the bracket correctly.
That's on, by the way.
Oh,
I had ambient sound.
all right, everybody, we are back just in time for championship game. All right, this is you in the live feed. Did I miss anything interesting? Like I had to step away a little bit myself, get knock out my singles. I had to knock out my singles qualifying. Did not go in my favor, but I'm still a little bit newer on this. Just trying to enjoy myself and see what we can do here. But yeah, it looks like we got championship matchup here. If Bear Paul and Jacob are able to get this win, it will be a double dip. Apologies for if you keep having a glitchy live feed. Just sit tight with us. So these guys are getting underway. Jacob throwing his first bag, getting it in, as well as the second one. Chase missing with his first bag, but getting the second one in, or just hanging on the hole. Well, but does go when Jacob throws his third bag. I feel like it's being extremely glitchy. I don't know if it's the dropping frames or. Because right now it's way behind.
We had a problem yesterday. Speed dropped yesterday. We had to apologize for a minute. Just the house internet.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was figuring. So I already said on the feed, I'm like, hey, just sit tight with us. We're working on getting this back up. All right, so Jacob gets an important first 2 points, throwing a 12 on Chase's 10. See if Levi can get a finish here. He does. Gets those 2 points back, it looks like. So again, if you're on the live feed and it's being a little glitchy with it, just sit tight for us. I'll continue commentating. But we're working on trying to get things back up and running. Currently the score is 2-2. Chase getting a dirty board going there. Jacob's going to see if he can capitalize. Chase does have a bag hanging very heavy. Blows through. One of those bags that was sitting on the hole was one of Jacob's. Chase not happy with that last bag. Tries to collect one that was hanging. Unfortunately, does not get it. But when Jacob throws his last bag, it does end up knocking Chase's loose and falls in for a 4-bag wash. Levi, first bag just off to the right. We'll see if he can try and collect it. That might be a tough one to get, though. Meanwhile, Gary Bearpaw puts his first one in, as he does with the second one. Levi puts his second one in, puts his third one right in front of the hole. Is going to force Gary to kind of go through it, which he does.
Refresh it. See if it's recovered.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right. So Gary getting 2 more points there. Smooth back there by Jacob, leaving his blocker in place and just kind of going around it a little bit. Ooh, little reset. Jacob was getting ready to throw, but stops. Sometimes that's a smart play, though. Gets himself set up. He puts a blocker right in front of Chase's. Chase's throws a little hard, trying to get that roll, and he does get it. That was a fantastic bag by Chase there. It's going to force Jacob to go up, which he does. Collects it. Chase is going to try and do the same thing he did last time. Unfortunately, it just rolls to the left of the hole, getting a 10 on 8. 2 more points for Jacob and Gary. Looks like these guys are just going to try and run this round. Oh, Levi unfortunately leaves that last bag right in front of the hole. Looks like on the YouTube feed, somebody's definitely in favor of Levi and Chase. But we do have some Bearpaw and Foreman chance in there as well. Excellent roll there by Jacob. Chase looks like he's struggling a little bit. Got 1 bag left, though. Let's see what Jacob does with his last bag. Rolls it. Excellent roll there. Looks like he's showing a 10. Chase with an excellent effort there. Going on the top, but unfortunately grabs one of Jacob's bags as well for giving Jacob a 4-bagger, giving him a 12 on 8. Jacob and Gary currently sitting 12 to 2 after 7 rounds. Jacob throwing an 11.5 PPR. Gary throwing an 11.33 PPR. And then you got Levi on the other side going against Gary, throwing a 10.67. Chase is throwing currently a 9.5. I'm not entirely sure whose bag that was. That was one of Bearpaw's bags that was up in the top right there. So Levi able to get some of those points back, going 12 to 10 over Gary. Chase with the first bag puts it kind of a little short in front of the hole. He's not very happy with himself on that one. Jacob puts his bag just to the right of the hole. He's going to see if he can get that one. Great second bag by Chase. He's not happy with it, but it's probably because he didn't knock Jacobs a little bit more into the hole, possibly making it easier, which Jacob does get it in the hole, but sits his third bag, or second bag, just to the outside, so that's going to be a little bit harder to collect now, which he still tries. He's got his third bag hanging. Chase is going to finish strong, though. Let's see what Jacob does to finish here. Chase getting 4 points back. Doing a little work there. Get 12 on 8. And Jacob and Gary still winning 12-8, though. Matching that last round score. Gary and Levi definitely kind of ramping up the speed here. They're just letting these bags fly. Not taking much of a reset in between bags coming to a stop and throwing the next one. Again, shout out to the sponsors that are, the bag sponsors that are in the house, which is BD Boards. And then you also got DFB, or Dumpster Fire Bags, currently in the house. We also have to shout out to Renewal by Anderson, one of the other sponsors for ACO. We also have to shout out Tulsa Sports. I believe it was Tulsa Sports Commission. We're currently on the Tulsa Fairgrounds. It's a fantastic, large facility. We're just in one of the mini buildings. But again, as I was saying earlier, lots of space within this facility, allowing everybody to be able to, spread out. Chase with his final bag. Gets a nice little collect there for another 4-bagger. Unfortunately, Jacob throws his just short. Off to the left just a little bit. Chase and Levi taking that lead now after that 12-on-8 round again. Currently up 14-12 after 11 rounds. Chase has jumped back up to a 10-3-3 PPR. Levi's throwing 11-2, and Levi's facing Gary Parabol, who is currently throwing a 10-8, and Jacob throwing a 10-3-3. So right now, Jacob and Chase are both throwing 10-3-3. Levi tries to get a hard push there, just doesn't, unfortunately, fall. But Gary throws his third bag, bounces off, just off to the left. See what Levi does here with his last bag. Again, with a nice hard push, and it just all bunches up right in front of that hole. Let's see what Gary does here. He just puts slow side on, boards it, tries to minimize any sort of damage, but gets 2 points. Wants to make sure he doesn't give up any points. Got 2, tied it up. 14-14 after 12 rounds. Randy, you calling out Chris Day is going to win singles? See a lot of chat in there, a lot of stuff in the Facebook feed. Looks like talking about perfect games. Let's see if Chase is going to try and roll here. Looks like he throws it like he's going to try and roll, and he does indeed. Jacob with the last bag gets a push, but unfortunately knocks one in, and his thrown bag does go off the back. Chase is able to capitalize 10-on-7. First bag by Levi there. Bunching up on the right side of the hole there. It's going to make these guys have to do a little bit of work. It's a good second back by Levi there. Bear Paw sees it, pushes his out of the way, and also goes in of the hole. Excellent roll there by Bear Paw. As Pat was talking about earlier, they changed up bags, possibly so Gary had a better opportunity to hit these rolls as well, because Jacob, they were throwing Gary's bags earlier. Gary looks like he's taking a long look at this. Fourth bag coming up. He hits another excellent roll. Only leaving one on the board. Gaining 4 points and taking that lead back, 18-17. Little board adjustment here. Excuse me. Chase with interesting first bag, putting it around the hole. Going to make Jacob do something here. Jacob's been hitting some of these rolls lately, though. That one, unfortunately, does not cut hard enough in and goes to the left side of the hole. Chase flips to the fast side, sees he tries to push it. Gets a little bit of a push, but he's hanging that bag he just threw. Ooh, that's going to be an unfortunate bag by Jacob. Let's see if Chase capitalizes here. Oh, he throws his third one, man. He's still got one more, though. Jacob's got 2 on the back side. One's hanging on for dear life, and it's that fast side as well. Let's see what Jacob does here with his final bag. Puts it in. 12 on 8. Another 4 points. That'll make it game. And the king seat takes it down in one game. Gary and Jacob started off fast, but Levi and Chase held strong, kept fighting, and got the victory and the championship. Chris, seeing your comment there, says first ever ACO event this weekend and left for first place in a blind draw. Fantastic. Blind draw quad and third in blind draw. And second in tier doubles today. Amazing weekend and memories made. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Always glad to have more people participating in the ACO and cornhole in general. All right, with that being the championship game, we're currently still working on the singles qualifying. So we're going to go ahead and sign off for a little bit, and then we'll be getting back to live action here as soon as we can. But we're going to go ahead and sign off for the moment, and we'll talk to you guys here soon. Thank you.